It's super important though. It should be part of your presentation. If you're taking your business serious, insurance is the number one thing. You gotta have it. You gotta have it to just show your seriousness in the industry.
You are now listening to the BV Mobile Apps Podcast. The show is designed to help you grow your mobile app audience and get advice from experts in your industry. Now, here's your host, Sean Garvey.
That is the name, folks. It is the architect himself, Sean Garvey. Welcome to another edition of the BV Mobile Apps Podcast. Thank you for joining with us. Stay tuned. We're going to give you additional information about BV Mobile Apps later on in the podcast. But right now, we have DJ Mystique on the telephone lines of Mystique Entertainment. Just to give you a little bit backstory behind Mystique Entertainment. They are based out of Boston, Massachusetts, to be exact. And the company primarily focuses on weddings, corporate events, and holiday parties. And guess what, folks? They have been in business for 20 years. Let me say that one more time. 20 years of experience. I'm talking about Mystique Entertainment, DJ Mystique on the telephone lines right here on the BV Mobile Apps Podcast, and then a client of BV. Hey, how you doing, DJ Mystique?
Excellent. Hi, guys.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, and I do mean your busy schedule because you are all over the place.
Yeah, so true.
Yes, thank you for joining with us. So let's break it all down. Mystique Entertainment, how did this company come about?
Mystique Entertainment started, let me back up just a little bit. I was heavy in the club scene for, about 10 years under the name of DJ Mystique. And I got to the point where I one day I said to myself, there's got to be more than this in terms of DJing and on a business level. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to do more. So I ended up linking up with this company that primarily focused on wedding DJs, professional wedding DJs. So long story short, I got with them. I worked really hard. I learned a lot about how to become a pro wedding DJ. What made me a little bit more valuable than some of the other wedding DJs was that I had that club background. I had that party rocking background. Mm-hmm. So I was able to mix it all together and do really well with the wedding scene. One of the things when you're subcontracted as a wedding DJ, you do it all. They get the clients, but you do it all. You meet with the client, first meeting, anything the client needs, you do everything right to the last dance. So after, I don't know, the first summer was about 30 weddings. In the summer, 3 months, I did about 30 weddings. The second summer was the same thing. And I said to myself, I can do this on my own and make more money and work less. So that's when I decided to start Mystique Entertainment. So that's pretty much how it began. And
wow. I love talking to entrepreneurs about how they get their business off the ground, because I know it wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't. Matter of fact, when I first started out, in the wedding industry, it's all about your reviews. A lot of the brides, they'll look you up on different websites that you're posted as a vendor, but the first thing they look at is the reviews, and they're comparing reviews amongst vendors. Now, the tough part about it for me is I had worked 3 summers with someone, did over 90 weddings. All those reviews went to the company that I worked for. Although that's what you sign up for, I had no reviews. So that was one of the hurdles. It was just grinding away one by one to build up my name.
Mm-hmm. Now, talk to our listeners about how you go about promoting your business. Can you share that information with us?
Oh, wow. So one of the things that I did when I decided to I call it Go Pro, is I made sure my website was polished. Had my website up, made sure that was polished. I had made sure I got a logo made. I had T-shirts made. I had was still doing a little bit of club work. Anytime I did the club work, I wore my T-shirts. And then I stumbled on BV apps, and that really, really helped in terms of advertising and kind of being in the pocket of people. But there are a ton of online resources for wedding DJs and DJs in general. I take advantage of some of those too. But I think the app has probably been super resourceful, and my website as well has been really, really, really helpful in terms of advertising.
Now, I've been hip to this thing called the Knot.
The Knot, yes.
The Knot, yes. It sounds like you are familiar with it too. Do you use the Knot? Do you use the Knot to promote your wedding services?
I used the sister site to it, which is the Wedding Wire. The company that I work for used the Knot. So what happened with it's all review based. So with services like the Knot and Wedding Wire, you have to have your stuff together, because brides are sitting on their couch with their laptop and they're just scanning through each and every DJ. I'm pretty sure there's over 200 DJs that they're looking at. So the pictures, the reviews, the grammar, the wording, I mean, everything, you really have to come across as polished and present yourself as a professional to get the weddings that are going to be beneficial.
I want to go back for a moment. We are in the digital social media era, I should say. A lot of people on a day-to-day basis use social media to promote. Do you happen to run Facebook ads on a day-to-day cases? And if so, how much time do you spend on it, and how often do you advertise?
Yeah, Facebook, to me, Facebook is good at best. I'd rather do a web service like the Knot or Thumbtack as opposed to Facebook, believe it or not. I just feel like Facebook is
and you can be completely
down, kind of. There's so many DJs out there. And I just I don't know. I'm just not big on Facebook with in terms of advertising.
Now, you have a lot of Facebook users that are listening to the BV Mobile Apps podcast right now and hearing all of this. So just to make it clear, to reiterate what you said a few moments ago, Facebook is watered down just a little bit.
And don't get me wrong, it's necessary. I have a Facebook page, but I just feel as though you have to kind of diversify and be in a couple different platforms and not just rely on social media. Like for instance, the BV mobile app, having a website, word of mouth, but not just social media. I think this got to kind of spread yourself around a little bit in terms of advertising.
Mm-hmm. Now, I still use Facebook as well as IG and Twitter. But but in all fairness, you do what works for you as far as your promotion goes. You do what's worked for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I've had a lot of luck with the online wedding services such as Wedding Wire and the Knot. I've had some really, really good clients from there. And when I look at the stats, a lot of people will come from Wedding Wire to my website. When I look at the traffic, because I can look at the traffic in my website and I can see where people are coming from. And most of it is from some of it's from BV apps, some of it's from Facebook, but most of it's online, Google, which is really good.
Mystique, DJ Mystique on the telephone lines right here on the BV Mobile Apps podcast with yours truly, Sean Garvey. And DJ Mystique is a client of BV. Now, DJ Mystique, you know just as much that I know. You have to have some sort of insurance when you are running a business, company, or organization. How do you handle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how do you handle the insurance side for your business?
There are a lot of places that you can go to online that you can sign up for insurance. It's super important though. It should be part of your presentation. If you're taking your business serious, insurance is the number one thing. It's like they say, the icing on the cake. You gotta have it. You gotta have it to just show your seriousness in the industry. Mm-hmm. It definitely makes a difference to have the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
For the upper level gigs too, for like the gigs that are the higher level gigs as well.
We have people that are listening to us that want to know about rates, how to get lower rates or find the deal that is suitable for them. Any tips on that?
Mm-hmm. In terms of brides and bride and grooms looking for deals?
Yes.
Oh yeah. There's a website called thumbtack.com, and there are hundreds of DJs on there. And what it is, it's basically a service where DJs will present their service on there, and a bride will, let's say, look for a wedding DJ. She'll write down all her details, and the DJs will get a notification, and they'll bid on the wedding. Mm-hmm. So when you have a bidding process like that, it sort of drops the price down. So I think that's the cheapest way to get a DJ. But you got to do your homework.
You got to do research.
Cheap isn't always good.
That's what I've been told. Cheap is not always good. And I'm a cheap guy.
Yeah.
Well, more frugal. I'm more frugal.
Yeah. It's but that's probably the best way to do it. And know your information too, in terms of your timeline, and because sometimes if you have a ceremony included with your reception, have it all laid out. Because if you don't tell the DJ that you're looking for ceremony coverage, and then after the fact, you might get a higher price if you need that DJ for ceremony coverage, mm-hmm. and you only presented that you needed a DJ for a reception. So.
Right. DJs, it's so many DJs out here, so many than ever before. You have DJs working alongside with another DJ, or a DJ performing on the same stage as the other DJ. We've seen that happen so many times. How many DJs have you worked with in your career, or while you are, of course, the head honcho, the Mr. Do-It-All for Mystique Entertainment?
Oh man, how many? Countless. I can't even give a number on how many DJs I've worked with. I have about 9 friends that are DJs. We all exchange information from each other in terms of equipment, in terms of what's going on in the industry. But in terms of working with other DJs, I can't even. Couple hundred.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a big number.
Yeah. Well, 20-something years, it's been a long time. 22 years.
Yeah. So how do you go? I'm curious to know, how do you go about choosing the right DJ for your business? For my business? I am, believe it or not, I'm a one-man band. My business, I do it all. I need to sub out a gig, I'll call up a friend of mine. But the thing that's super, I'm super particular about who I would pick to do a gig for me. And I'd want someone that would provide the same level of service that I would provide. And you only know that from dealing with someone over a period of time. Mm-hmm. So like I said earlier, I have about 9 friends that are pro DJs as well. So I stick with that pool. And out of that 9, I have about 4 that are even better than myself. Mm-hmm. So I go right to my pool of guys that I know. So it kind of falls in line with networking. It's just when you network and you meet a lot of people and you get to know, who is good and who takes pride in their work and who's professional, those people you want to keep in your back pocket. Just for things like that. So for clarity purposes, for those that are listening to the BV Mobile Apps podcast, the DJs you work with happen to be outside of your entertainment company, Mystique Entertainment. Exactly, but yes. As you just mentioned, you are a one-man band. Yes. With Mystique Entertainment. So there is a possibility that you may have another DJ to come on board with Mystique Entertainment. Because you run a busy lifestyle. Like, how do you sleep? I know you get that question asked to you a whole lot.
The interesting part about it is I'm super passionate about DJing. It's my passion. I sleep, eat, live DJing. So that's where my energy comes from. I'm fueled by passion, fueled by music, fueled by the energy. DJs love instant gratification. Most DJs absolutely love it. Just rocking that dance floor, seeing 200 heads bobbing in front of you. We love that. And it's literally a high. I'll DJ sometimes and it'll be a great night. Things are rocking. And the next day I'll still have a high from the previous night.
I love this question that I'm about to ask you. I worked in customer service outside of radio. And I dealt with a lot of different clientele, a lot of different clients. For your business, you come in contact with so many people, so many clients. You have your clients that are easygoing and fun to work with, easy to work with. And then you have those that can be a nightmare on M Street. So how do you deal with those clients? Because this is something that our listeners need to know when they start a business like yours. Like, how do you deal with those clients?
With lots of experience, you know how to handle most situations. The goal is to provide a killer service. The goal is to give the best experience. One of the things that I do is I meet with the client and I say to them, we'll meet to see if I'm a good fit for your wedding, not just as a DJ, but as a person. And so at that first meeting, that client fills myself out and I fill them out. And we do just that, just to see if we're a good fit for each other. But there have been clients that, that first meeting went great, but along the process, sometimes you'll deal with clients over a year, just with changes and updates and things like that. I have had clients that have been a bit tough, and it's just being patient and experienced and being able to read between the lines to know what that client really wants, if they can't clearly really explain that to you. So you got to have good people skills.
Definitely. People skills and communication skills.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
Our very guest, if you're just tuning in to the BV Mobile Apps Podcast, we are talking to DJ Mystique of Mystique Entertainment. And I'm just going to run down some of the services that he provides to his clients, since we just segue into this from you talking about the type of clients you deal with and the services you provide nightclub DJing, wedding DJing. You even provide wedding uplighting and wedding photo booth. But for those that may be clueless, talk to us about the wedding uplighting aspect.
Oh, uplighting is another level of tailoring and your atmosphere for your wedding. And what it does is I have wireless units. I have up to 24 wireless units that I can place throughout the room. I can choose a rainbow of colors. I can mix colors. I can mix the color to match your wedding theme. And basically what we do is around the perimeter of the room, we highlight certain areas of the room, and it just gives it a whole nother classy touch when you have a touch of color, that spray in the wall. It's amazing. Really is amazing.
I love it.
A lot of the clients love it, actually.
I love it. It tells a story. It's very artistic. It tells a story. So it's not.
It does.
It's not plain Jane, but it makes the setting. It makes the room even more elegant.
Yes.
Nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice. Man, 20 years in the game, 20 years experience, a veteran, I must say, and you provide more bang for your buck. You provide a lot of great services to your
Yes.
clients, and it is so great to be speaking with you right now because we are in the season where people are planning weddings. The weather is
Yes.
nice. Everybody wants to get married, whether it's inside or outside. So I know it's a busy time for you right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Phone's always ringing.
Absolutely. All right. DJ Mystique, who happens to run a mobile DJ business in Boston, in the Boston, Massachusetts area, and he is the head honcho of Mystique Entertainment right here on the BV Mobile Apps podcast. And speaking of BV Mobile Apps, DJ Mystique, because this is, I just want to remind folks, this is a show designed to help grow your mobile app audience. And when I say you, I'm talking to the listening audience. This is designed to help your mobile app audience and to get advice from experts in your industry, including the gentleman we have on the telephone lines, DJ Mystique, right here on the BV Mobile Apps podcast. Now, talk to us about life before and after BV Mobile Apps regarding your business.
Well, it's before BV Mobile Apps, I solely relied on my website. Even though my website is it's mobile based, the difference is BV Mobile Apps allows me to put content in the app, and it's concentrated. It's the client can, rather than have to drill down in a website on my website. The mobile app is more direct. It's concise. It's right to the point. There's an icon on the desktop. What I did was I customized BV Mobile Apps so that my clients can log in and they can make their playlist right on their phone and send it to me. They can plan their wedding timeline. They can be in their car and say, oh, you know what? The maid of honor is changing. They can log into BV Apps and change the name right on their phone on the road. As opposed to going into a website, you have to drill down, you have to go to this page, that page. It's so much more convenient. And the other thing I like about it is, as well as doing weddings, I occasionally do some nightclub work still. What I do is if I'm going to do a nightclub, I'll send out a push notification. I can see how many people looked at the notification for that night, as well as I can see the stats in my website as well. So the BV Mobile Apps has really, really helped out in terms of customization. And when you have in your area 200-300 DJs, wedding DJs that you're looking at, it's hard to set yourself apart. With the app, I set myself apart. I really set myself apart. I've had people say, wow, you even have an app. This is great. So it's like gold, it really is.
So here's what I want you to do, DJ Mystique, because we have given our listeners so much information in this podcast. I want you to go ahead and give as much insight and tips as possible in the little bitty time that we have here on how to be a great professional DJ. We have some aspiring DJs. We have some young folks that want to do what you do. How can they be a great professional DJ?
Practice, practice, and practice. First, you have to love DJing and be as good as you can be. Expose yourself to different types of venues, not just nightclubs. Do corporate, do fundraisers, do birthday parties, you name it. Do it all and get exposed. As well as your equipment. Buy equipment that you grow into. I think that's super important. Once you have the skills, then in terms of a wedding DJ, there's a whole other side to it because you have to learn how to MC, how to deal with people, professionalism, your presentation, in terms of your setup at a wedding. That piece is probably best learning under the wing of someone else. But I think those are the best tips. Definitely to practice, become as good as possible, never give up, stay focused, and anything that you invest to, it will grow. Anything that you're passionate about, it will grow. And just to remember that.
Words from the wise. DJ Mystique on the telephone lines right here on the BV Mobile Apps Podcast. All right, DJ Mystique, go ahead and give people your contact information, your social media handles, and all that good stuff. How can people reach you?
My Facebook is Mystique Entertainment Boston. My Instagram is Mystique_Entertainment_Boston. And my Twitter is DJ Mystique Music.
And telephone number or website address, because I'm looking at the website right now and it is lit. It is off the chain. It is professional.
Thank you.
Additional contact information in case people want your services or learn more information about Mystique Entertainment.
Sure. I can be reached at djmystiquemusic.com. That's the best way to contact me.
Cool.
Or download the app. Download the app. You can contact me instantly.
Okay.
Maybe mobile app on the Play Store or the App Store.
Download that app right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, go ahead and download that app.
App's the quickest way.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Before you set that wedding, before you say I do, go ahead and download that app. All right. Fun fact time before we let DJ Mystique go. One record that you must play at a wedding. I want you to choose one out of the two. Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married, or Case, Happily Ever After.
Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married.
You can't go wrong with Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married. I like Case, Happily Ever After, but that Jagged Edge joint, oh yeah. It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Your favorite experience so far while performing or DJing at a wedding?
At the end of the night, the bride's grandmother came up to me and said, I haven't danced in 15 years, and I had a wonderful time, and I just want to thank you for making my daughter's night the best.
That deserves another hand clap. That's what's up, man. Hey, DJ Mystique, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to call in to the BV Mobile Apps Podcast. We really appreciate it, and you're definitely going to get a lot of business. All right?
Oh, sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
DJ Mystique on the telephone lines right here on the BV Mobile Apps Podcast. DJ Mystique of Mystique Entertainment. Make sure you follow him on all his social media handles. And don't forget, folks, to check him out on Heat 98.1 Tuesday and Thursdays. At what time on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yep, 7 to 9.
7 to 9 p.m. All right, on Heat 98.1. This is Sean Garvey with, of course, DJ Mystique of Mystique Entertainment. Thank you so much for tuning in to another great edition of BV Mobile Apps Podcast. Make sure you send us an email and let us know what you think about the podcast. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, or concerns, send us an email to podcast@bvmobileapps.com. That's podcast@bvmobileapps.com. Until then, we will talk to you soon. Sean Garvey signing off. Peace.
It's a new year. It's a new day. We're starting it over. Starting the day.
Thank you for listening to the BV Mobile Apps Podcast with your host, Sean Garvey. For more information about BV Mobile Apps, visit the website, bvmobileapps.com. Don't forget to follow BV Mobile Apps on social media at BV Mobile Apps. Tune in again next time on the BV Mobile Apps Podcast.